Having a community where people feel safe and secure is a top priority here in Gahanna. Equally important is ensuring that our first responders are well equipped to provide the best level of care for our residents, businesses, and visitors. One of the most significant projects for the Department of Public Safety in 2021 was the opening of a brand new state-of-the-art communications center that reinforces and builds upon the city's partnerships with Mifflin Township and our surrounding peer communities.
Throughout 2021, we were working on the co-location of our Emergency Communications Center, 911 Center, with the Metropolitan Emergency Communications Center that dispatches for 7 fire and EMS agencies here in Franklin County on the east side. That project was several years in the making, and it placed our 911 operators in the same room with fire and EMS that service Gahanna.
We opened the new operations center back in December. We went live as police dispatchers December 6th, and then fire and EMS dispatchers went live a week later on December 15th. We have room to grow, we have state-of-the-art equipment, we also have more space, honestly, which makes your job a little bit easier.
When it comes to emergency communications, handling 911, and all of the technology that goes into that process, radio communications, telephone, 911 and data, it's a very expensive proposition. This enabled us to not only cost share, but it also put all those resources in the same room where really seconds save lives.
One of the best things that I think in regards to being in the same location is that time-sensitive information you can relay directly to each other, get it out to the first responders out on the street, and you also have a little bit more inside knowledge that can benefit fire and police.
The 911 software and system that we operate also services the city of Bexley, the city of Whitehall, and the city of New Albany. So we're able to really not only save money, but increase efficiencies throughout the region by that co-location of emergency dispatching services. The technologies that we've been able to invest in really position that center to be a leader in emergency communications on the east side of Columbus. It really creates a regional hub, gives the ability for other call centers to use it as a failover location or disaster recovery site. So it really strengthens emergency communications throughout the region and Franklin County in particular.
Our community truly embraces the Gahanna Division of Police, in part because they consistently endeavor to adhere to best policing practices. A recent community survey overwhelmingly showed that our community trusts and respects our division leaders and our officers. But as we have seen over the past few years across the nation, that relationship can change in an instant. Because of that, it is imperative that the division continues to reinforce and strengthen its relationship with the Gahanna community. One initiative that fell within the realm of reinforcing the division's operations was the division's implementation of body-worn cameras in July. This addition was another step towards strengthening the division's trust with the community, bringing greater accountability and more transparency in policing.
In 2021, in the midst of our major projects, we also rolled out body-worn cameras to our entire agency. In the interest of transparency and building legitimacy and trust with our community, it was an important step. Body-worn cameras themselves, the individual devices, are relatively inexpensive. It's the entire back end and the ability to manage those devices where the real cost comes in. We rolled them out by mid-year. By July 4th, we had everybody within the division equipped with them. We went through a selection process looking for the right vendor that was most cost-effective to the city. We picked a product that is very well regarded and respected. It has the endorsement of the NAACP. So from an interest of making sure that we had the product that really fit the community needs and the community demands, we think we got there. It was relatively seamless in terms of integrating those body-worn cameras and all the policies and operational procedures that our officers have follow. A lot of the processes are automated and they sync with our in-car camera system, so it kind of gives a holistic view of an incident. We also tied it into our records management system so that those incidents are tagged with a specific run or call for service from the public. So our officers embrace them. It's second nature to them now. What they have shown to us when we do reviews, that our officers are doing things the right way. They're doing things that what the community would expect. It is hard to convey is some of the life and death issues that our officers are confronted with, some of the people that are in crisis.
Is he responding at all?
Thank you. Are you awake?
We always knew those things happened, but to relive those moments is very telling. It really speaks to the integrity of this organization.
We are grateful to the men and women of the Gahanna Division of Police for their service to our community. And we're equally grateful to the taxpayers for enabling us to provide them with the technology that they need to provide best policing practices to our residents and our businesses.